Good evening, everyone. My name is Someshwar. I welcome all of you on behalf of Art of Living organization to Yog Vaashishtha evening sessions. Today we are on 49th session and tomorrow we'll be having a golden jubilee celebration 50th episode. And tomorrow also we'll conclude the third chapter, that is उत्पत्ति प्रकरण. So आज और कल मिलके दोनों में हम लोग उत्पत्ति प्रकरण का जो आखिरी का भाग है, जहाँ पे हमने जो लवन राजा की जो कथा सुनी, उसका जो कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क है मन की चिकित्सा, उसके बारे में हम लोग आज और कल ध्यान देंगे. And it is so coincident that Bhagavad Gita is also exactly talking about the same topic. It covered that how one can attain that Brahmatva. So we'll look into more details of that. Stay back. अपने सारे Zoom के पार्टिसिपेंट्स, अपने सारे YouTube के व्यूअर्स और अपने सारे Facebook के व्यूअर्स, आप सभी का आज 49th सेशन, 49वां जो दिन है, सत्र है, उसमें सभी का स्वागत है. रोज की तरह हम लोग 3 बार ओमकार का उच्चारण करके आज के सत्र की शुरुआत करेंगे. इसके बाद में हम लोग गणेशा की आरती करेंगे. गणेश फेस्टिवल स्टिल कंटिन्यू, विल कंटिन्यू द आरती एंड देन आज के सत्र की हम लोग शुरुआत करेंगे. आज का जो अपना सत्र होता है, जो इवनिंग का सत्र होता है, इंग्लिश में होता है. इसी का सत्र, सेम सत्र हम लोग मॉर्निंग में भी लेते हैं, वह सत्र हिंदी में होता है. तो जिस तरह से आपको जो भी लैंग्वेज है, ये सारे के सारे वीडियोस सेशन जो है रिकॉर्डेड है, facebook.com/IMeditate क्लब पे उपलब्ध होते, तो आप वहां पे भी इसको जरूर देख सकते हैं. तो आज के सत्र की शुरुआत करते हैं ओम के नाद से. लेट अस ऑल क्लोज अवर आईज, अपनी आंखें बंद कर लें. सिट कंफर्टेबली, रीढ़ की हड्डी सीधी हो, हथेलियां घुटनों के ऊपर आसमान की ओर खुली हुई, शोल्डर्स रिलैक्स्ड. And let's bring our attention to our breath. एक गहरी लंबी सांस अंदर ले, and as you breathe out, let go of your past, come back to the present moment. This moment is new. Let's welcome this moment by chanting Om. Take a deep breath in. Let us awaken the divinity within. गुरु का आवाहन कर ले. आवाहनम पुनः पुनः. गुरु वंदना कर ले. गुरुर् ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. तस्मै श्री श्री गुरवे नमः. गुरु से प्रार्थना कर ले, अपने मुख से निकलने वाले हरेक शब्द, हरेक वाणी, अपने सारे कर्म एवं विचार अपने बुद्धि के अंदर जागृत होने वाला विवेक, अपने स्मृति के अंदर तैयार हो रहे संस्कार यदि हो रहे हो तो, और यदि अब भी थोड़ा अहम का भाव बाकी है तो ये सारे और वो भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। मुक्ति और मोक्ष की राह पे चलने वाले हम लोग यदि गुरु कृपा से इसी क्षण मुक्ति का अनुभव कर ले तो भी क्या, यह उर्वरित जीवन और यहाँ पे लौट के आना भी पड़े सेवा के लिए, भक्ति के लिए, अपने आप को व्यक्त करने के लिए, यह ज्ञान को, इस भक्ति को सब तक पहुंचाने के लिए, तो वह भी गुरु की प्रेरणा से ही प्रेरित हो, ऐसी प्रार्थना करें। अपने भीतर और बाहर जो एक ही है, उसी गुरु के सानिध्य को महसूस करते हुए धीरे से अपनी प्यारी सी आंखें खोल सकते हो। Slowly and gradually you may open your eyes. Let's do the गणेश आरती now. गणेश वंदना से इस सत्र को आगे बढ़ाते हैं।
Okay, Jai Gurudev. I think so. Someshwar ji is rejoining again. So let us just be with you. Yeah, he's joining again. Must be some net problem.
जगदेव आवाज आ रही है क्या मेरी?
जी बिल्कुल आ रही है. Yes.
some technical problem इसकी वजह से वो डिले हो गया.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's continue with the session.
Okay.
Yeah, so we were doing the गणेश वंदना, गणेश आरती हम लोग कर रहे थे. तो आज के सत्र को वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्य कोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्व कार्येषु सर्वदा, इस श्लोक के साथ आगे बढ़ाते हैं. यह गणपति बप्पा आपके जीवन में ये सारे सुख लाए, परमानेंट सुख लाए, आपके जीवन के सारे दुखों को हर ले, और यही विघ्नहर्ता आपके जीवन में जिस मार्ग पे हम लोग चल पड़े हैं उस मार्ग पे कोई विघ्न आए तो वो विघ्नों को भी आपके हर ले. इसी के साथ आज के सत्रों को आगे बढ़ाते हैं. जो अपना योग वशिष्ठ का जो सत्र है, वी आर नाउ ऑलमोस्ट एंड, वी हैव रीच्ड द ऑलमोस्ट एंड ऑफ दिस चैप्टर नंबर 3, उत्पत्ति प्रकरण, क्रिएशन ऑफ दिस यूनिवर्स. So till yesterday we have been listening to multiple stories, and the last one which we have listened to is the story of the Lavan Raja. And we also seen that how this Lavan Raja happens to get into the influence of the mind and what happens to him. And then we have seen the story how he goes to the forest and how he gets married over there and what all the things that happens to him. And here Vashishtha Muni says that this is not just a story, it is the real fact that even I was present over there. I have witnessed this fact in my life. So do not consider Rama this just as a story. This is something that has happened in front of in my presence. So here we have seen that how this mind is actually, if one wants, it can just get into the trap and then it can go anywhere, just like it happens with the Lavan Raja. Now to continue this further, today morning I was kind of reading one poem which is written by my father. The name of the poem is Varu. Now here the Varu is also same thing like Ashwa or the Ghoda, like a horse. So that is the poem, and let us see how that poem is so relevant to our today's topic. So the poem goes like this. Vishwakartyane Varu Nirmila Lagam Tyacha Hati Ase. I'll translate this in English, nothing to worry about it. Vishwakartyane Varu Nirmila Lagam Tyacha Hati Ase. Vishwakartyane Varu Nirmila Lagam Tyacha Hati Ase means the creator of this universe has created this horse. Here the horse is a rupak. It is being said that this Manushya, this Chitta, whatever the mind, what we are referring to, is in the form of a horse. Vishwakartyane Varu Nirmila. He is the one who created this horse. He has created this Chitta or this human. Lagam Tyacha Hati Ase, but the control is always with him. The moment he stopped dreaming, this Chitta disappears automatically. The Lagam Tyacha Hati Ase. Pavana Vegane Dhau Pahe. Pavana Vegane Dhau Pahe. Darya Khore and Tekade. This mind is so fast, it can travel so fast, like just like the pavan. Pavan means the air. With the speed of the air, it can travel. No, it can travel, go anywhere. There is no limit. It can be, have seen in the Padma Raja Lilavati how their Manomay Sharir, how their subtle body is able to travel through the entire Brahmanda, through the Chida Akasha, where they see the entire thing. So there is no limit of this mind where it can take you. Pavana Vegane Dhau Pahe, Darya Khore Ana Tekare. It can take you anywhere. Kiti ka antar kapu pahe. You have seen that horse on which the Lavan Raja was riding. That horse took it to so much of distance, but till was not ready to pause. No, किती अंतर कापू पाहे, परी से लगाम त्याचा, परी नदी से लगाम त्याचा, न आवाज त्याच्या चाबकाचा. Thus, whatever that whip is there, that the horseman controls the horse with just the sound of the whip. But here, the one who is the ultimate, we do not hear the sound of his whip. Parinadi se lagam tyatsa, we do not see that any thread which is like whip, but and we also do not hear the sound of that. Palavito, hava tasa valavito. No, it just makes us here and there. This mind just makes and here and there. It just makes us run. And manata ekta tyakshani bhagata bhagata thambavito. Means at any point of time that death can come to you and it can just finish you off. That is the Varu. That name of the poem is a Varu. विश्वकर्तने बारु निर्मिला लगाम त्याचा हाती असे, पवन वेगाने धावू पाहे, दर्या खोरे अनटेकाडे, कितीक अंतर कापू पाहे, परी नदी से लगाम त्याचा, न आवाज त्याच्या चाबकाचा, वळवितो हवा तसा वळवितो, मनात येता त्याच क्षणी, बघता बघता थांबवितो. So this is the poem, very beautiful poem, which is very, very relevant to our today's topic, how this mind of Lavan Raja makes him travel and experience so much of things, 60 years of lifetime frame, just within some couple of hours. So that is what now Vashishtha Muni continues and tells Rama that to Rama, this is how the mind is. So if you really want to control, have a say over your control, that moksha ke dwarpal we have seen, the second gatekeeper is your having self-control, the first one, having self-control to Shama and Dama. If you really want to have that peace of mind and have and say over your senses, instead of controlling them, you just control directly to your mind. And it is that mind, if someone is able to control it, if someone is able to dissolve that mind, then automatically you get and control on your all the senses. Automatically you experience the peace of mind. So this mind is like such that in a moment itself, it can take the form of divinity and it can take it starts behaving so nice, and in other moment it just get into the greed, it just get into all this kama, krodha, lobha, mada, moha, matsara, this jealousy, that anger and entitlement, attachment, all these things immediately behaves like a demon here. So just drop this here, all these things, whatever the different forms this mind takes, just ड्रॉप इट नो, उसका त्याग कर दो, उसको ड्रॉप कर दो नो, इसी तरह से. एंड इन द मोमेंट इटसेल्फ इट कैन टेक द फॉर्म ऑफ द serpent, which appears to be just continuously moving here and there, and just in the next moment it can be very steady like a mountain also. So this is the, it is like that pita, it is like that father who again go ahead and take the birth of in the form of its son. Now the father takes the birth again by becoming the son of the son. No? So that is how the cycle continues because of this mind itself, because of the love and entanglement one feels with for other. So like this it continues, the same mind which gives us the experience of this sukha and dukkha, the happiness and sorrow, bhaya and abhaya means the fear, and also all the other places that we see, all the dvandva, all the that debate that continues to keep happening within us. It is the same thing, that mind is responsible for that. It is just like if you tie the big elephant, just like even though it can go here and there, it has so much of a power, and but still if you tie that elephant at one place, automatically one point of time it just become calm. And only similarly, if applying that ankush of your viveka, applying that discrimination power, if you are able to apply that, then you will be able to control this elephant called mind. You can also will be able to control that elephant, control that mind, and you can settle down and dissolve that. So it is worth that leaving behind this chanchalta, means the chattering mind, the way it keeps on going to the past and future. If you are able to bring that mind into your present and if you are able to dissolve that mind into your own self, then that is what is worth doing. And the one who is able to do only that alone, we can call as a Purusha. It's worth calling that particular. The Purusha means here both male and female is represented here. So this is the Chitta, which is the root cause of all the Vyadhis. Mahavyadhi is something called that. It is the root cause of all the suffering, is this alone and alone is this mind, because it's the mind which just create all the other through Vishayas, towards the outward attraction, creates all the Panchendriyas, and the world that we experience through this mind is also an illusionary place, but this mind itself becomes the cause of this suffering that one experiences this life. So here says that this chitta is to this humanity, it is that chitta rupi mahavyadhi is what is being said. It is that disease. No, it is. So now if we can see that we have also experienced the power of this mind, then we also experience how it can go haywire. Just like those Rajputra, it keeps on imagining things, considering this outer world as reality. We also seen in Induputra's story how this mind is very, very powerful and can attain us even the Brahmatva, the Lordship. And we have also seen the Chitta and how this mind is troubling us. Now here, Vaashishtha Muni is going into details of that, how this mind itself is the root cause of all the sufferings that we go. So that's the reason he says, Rama, this chitta, this mind is like such, and now let me give you the solution to this, how to go ahead and deal with this mind. So this is where he gives that if you tend to follow this Aushadhi, this sutras, this solution in your life, you will be able to have a control over your mind. You'll be able to dissolve this mind. You'll be able to do that upasham, able to do that samadhi, through which you'll be able to dissolve this mind. So here he's saying that this particular mind is itself is an asat. Itself, there are two aspects of it which you also seen in the last session. There are two aspects. One is inertia and the one is chetan. So we have to go ahead and dissolve this jad chetan. So what is that we did? Today we are on 5th day and many people have submerged their Ganesha, the idol of submerged their Ganesha as a Visarjan. They have just let it go in the water, dissolve in the water. What was that? Gurudev says that jad, that inertia, that idol which is formed out of the mud, in that when we did the prana pratishtha, we invoked that divinity within us. From us we said prana pratishtha. Now that divinity, that chetan has arisen, and we prayed for the 5 days. Now when we prayed the 5th day, we said that okay, this let the chaitanya come back to my heart, and what remaining is that jada inertia, the only mud idol. Let that mud, which also represents the asakti, because this is, it also represents your cravings, let that idol be submerged in the water. So let this asakti get dissolved, let these vishayas, let these 5 senses and its attraction towards outside, let that get dissolved. Then that is the thing that one can have all related to this chitta. How to do that? How one can do that? The Vaashishtha continues that if you continue to adopt the Shastras, the sayings of the Shastras, the Guru Vachanas, the Sat Sangati, being in the company of the people, Sadhu Sangati, and Swanubhav, your own experience. What is your need? What is your goal? What is your kamna? According to that, keep doing your day-to-day routine actions. As such, you are not doing. You are not the doer. You continue to do that like this. For to do that, the way we convince the small kid, usko aise ladi godi laga ke we just butter him and do something and all that. Somehow we make him do what we want to do, something which is good for him. Similarly, you give this things to even mind also, give some pratyahara, give something else to do, and then change the attention of this mind from that outward direction to an inward direction, and let it establish into your own self. So this is the way if one does, then they are able to achieve that letting go of the mind. Now Vaashishtha Muni continues that here whenever we see this mind, that it is worth dropping that mind, because the shanti, that the peace of mind, which is the first dwarpala, no, the shama and dama. Dama is self-control, shama is the peace of mind, that shanti and that upasham one can experience in life. And this is exactly what we do when Gurudev came in our life. We have done the art of living course. We have learned the various techniques of yoga, pranayama, meditation, sudarshan kriya. We are able to experience this peace of mind when we do the meditation, sudarshan kriya. After that, the state of mind, samadhi, sayam, all these other techniques that we have been blessed by Gurudev's grace. When we do that, we are able to dissolve this mind. We are able to let go of this mind through these techniques. Then one experience that shanti, that peace of that. So if you are able to do that, if you have determined that purna nishchaya, means if you are determined to go ahead and experience your own self, that atma sakshakar is possible through yoga, pranayama, meditation, and then you will be able to remain in that state. Once that happens, that atma sukha, that nishchaya, you will be able to definitely you'll be able to attain that atma jnana. You'll be able to attain that self-realization in your life. So having said this, he continues that unless and until you are able to drop this outer aspect of the vastu sthiti, that outer aspect of vishaya, and unless until you make your mind calm, you will not be able to experience this thing. So it is worth in life to follow the shastrartha. It is worth in life to follow the Guru Upadesh, the teachings of the masters. So that is what will alone will take you to this path. Then what will happen because of this? Till you attain this moksha, unless you attain this moksha, this mind will keep on doing its activities. It will just keep on doing its thing. So it is either in this ihaloka or in the paraloka. So even if you are here, the mind will continue to perform its thing. And even if you have done some punya karmani, even if you go to the paraloka, even if you attain the swarga, there also the mind will continue to perform its duties. Whatever it continues to do, it will keep on continue to do that. So in the moksha, until you attain the moksha, it will you will have to face this mind. You will not be able to get rid of this. It will continue. So unless and until it keeps on imagining, kalpana, unless until it is this nature to keep on doing the imagination, keep on thinking, going into the past and future, unless that is this swabhava, that is just the nature of this mind, unless we determine that this is not me, I am not this body, I am not just this body, I am not even this mind also, I am something else. Till that point of time, this mind will continue to exist. It will continue to differentiate the Bhed and Bhav will continue to remain over there, and then you will not be able to get out of this Janma and Mrityu, the death and life cycle. So the mood one, the people who have not yet realized that, they are the one who celebrate Shoka, they celebrate the sorrow, they dukkha, they keep on doing into dukkha. When someone dies, someone near and dear one dies, they get into shoka. Shoka means the sorrow. They do this, but the one who is established for them, they know that this is just the end of the body. The Atma is Amar. No, it is immortal in nature. That is exactly what we saw in the Bhagavad Gita session also today. It said that this is Atma. And if one attains the say over these senses, controls, no, then they are able to have and say over there. Anger also, they are able to experience that peace of mind. No, that is what exactly here also it has been explained. Now, so once that happens, that this particular mind in the heart, it is able to establish in it, and this chitta experience is the chidaru, means its own swarup, that is the self, that is what it experiences. No? So because this is the only way to attain the mukti, because this is because of this mind itself we have created the bondage, we have started experiencing the bondage, it is because of mind. So if you start feeling that bondage, that but it is through mind itself you will be able to get away from it. Now it is explaining, though even though this mind is such that it is pulling you completely towards outward. It is the mind itself only is capable of taking you away from this and experience your own self. So जैसे कांटे से ही कांटा निकालते हैं ना, we use the needle to remove that. No, so इसी तरह से exactly in a similar manner, this mind itself, using this mind, we have to get rid of this mind. No, so aman is that we have to drop this mind, get into the state of never mind state again through mind itself, using the mind through the vivek and through the buddhi. That is what is Vaashishtha Muni is explaining to Prabhu Rama. So when this happens, when you close your eyes and get within, at that point of time, you establish you're into the Hriday Akasha. Means we go, and we have seen the multiple Panchakosha meditation. We drop the Annamay Kosha, we enter into the Pranamay Kosha. We drop the Pranamay Kosha, we get into the Manomay Kosha. Then we drop the Manomay Kosha, gets into Vijnanmay Kosha, the feelings, and then we drop that, we enters into the Anandamay Kosha. Here they are referring this as a Hriday Akasha. So we are able to get into that Hriday Akasha, and there we experience the Brahma Chaitanya. So that is the Tadatma. If you are able to become one with that, you experience the Brahman. You yourself become the Brahman. Nishank, without any doubt, you can, is mind ko, it says that you kill this mind, you make this mind as a never mind, and then it will not continue to trouble you. So then what happens when we do such things? So there is, he said that there is an avastha, no? That avastha is called as nirvikalpa avastha. And if we do that, nirvikalpa means because our mind keeps on taking this sankalpa. I want to do this, I want to do that. Even at the time of this, I want this, I am doing puja because I want this. All this wanting. These are our vikalpas that we sankalpa and vikalpa we get into. Here says that nirvikalpa. Nirvikalpa means neither anything liking nor anything dislike. Neither I want anything, neither I reject anything. If one is able to do that, that avastha can happen when the Chaitanya, there is an infinite Brahman that exists and we exist with that. In that flow, the mind will disappear, the mind will dissolve. So Prathama Darshani means at first sight it appears that the outer world appears so rochak, so more. It appears to be so attractive, that outer world. Because of that, what you do, I am giving you one solution. Now start looking at this outer world with some dosha into it. Something, this is something not good, this is something bad. If I do this, I will get affected. Some technique you apply. The way we sometimes you tend to show the fear to the kids. Sometimes we show the amish, the moha to the kid, so that it can do his studies, so that it can do whatever we want him to do. Similarly to this mind also, you start telling that, no, me, this is what I am, asami, tasami means we are what saying that I'm like this, I'm like that, I'm this, I'm that. What are this chitra vichitra, what this mind keeps on thinking about its own, and then it keeps on thinking, I'm doing like this, this is, I am dukhi, I'm very sorrowful. Instead of that, now you start telling your mind continuously, no, I am not this, I'm not that. I am the happy, I am experiencing this thing. So do continuously. If you give this viveka, using this vichara, if you apply this viveka and continuously remind your mind that outward things are like this, and whenever your bhavana, when your feelings comes into picture, you just do not go. No, जैसे वो कहते हैं, there is a fire and there is that fire has that agni into it, inbuilt into it. Like this, it will keep on attracting you towards it. So you just drop all these desires, and then once you are able to that, you will be able to experience the divinity. So it's a sequence, kramani, your mind will become light and light, and ultimately it will dissolve. So then it continues that just like in the Sharad Ritu, whatever the remaining clouds that just appear to disappear, and then they just dissolve into the Akash, into the space itself. Likewise, even your mind also will be able to completely dissolve, completely dissolve, and when you establish yourself into the self. Now, what is Shreyakar? What is that is worth remembering it into from the When the smallest child, still the eldest one, it is they all know this. They all are able to experience this. No, that is the reason the father is always keep on guiding the son to walk on that path and continue to do this. Similarly, you start training your mind. So you train your mind to walk on this path, no, because it is said, it is both way, it is true. No, कहते हैं कि रिकामा मन शैताना सा ग्रस्त. If you keep this mind empty, then it will start thinking about something else. And yet this mind itself is having so much of power that if we decide to remain silent, if we dissolve that mind, to remain silent in that space, that is also through mind only. No, so once we achieve that, it is worth achieving this. So if somebody is offering you this Trilokya Nath, if somebody is giving you this entire three lokas, this Trilokya, this entire universe offers to you, it is not worth taking that. Instead of that, if you are able to achieve this Brahmatva Paddi, it is worth dropping all that, all the outward things that you want to get. Instead of dropping all that, you attain this state of this Brahman, establish yourself in Brahman. Then Vasishtha Muni continues with giving few more things, that to do this, we have to do to attain some, earn something, get some Rajya, and take the victory on that. You have to do all the Yuddha, war, Kapat. You have to go through the fear, even to attain the Swarga Sukha. You have to, even there also, if you attain that, you will always have that fear of losing it. Remember the story of Arishthanemi? He says that I'm not interested in this heaven also, because ultimately when I consume my karma, punya karma, again I will have to go back. So losing that pada, no, even the Indra also have a fear of losing his pada. So like this, it is all exist. But once you are able to drop all your sankalpa, the sankalpa rahit, the sthiti, that sthiti where you do not have any things to do, no, that is the reason what we do. We take a sankalpa, and then what we do, we offer that sankalpa into the feet of the master. We leave it, drop. Sankalpa is not also to be kept, it is also to be dropped. So when such state happens, that sankalpa rahit state, no, there is nothing that you want in your life. When you are able to achieve that santa sthiti, you are able to remain in that state, that is what worth attaining in life. So any other things that we experience that point of time, anything, even the 12 suns that stands together, and even the peak of the pain, even in one experience, the one Purusha who is established in this state, it doesn't matter to them. No, here says Rama, this Jad and Chetan, this inertia and the Atman. No, it is that the mind keeps going between this past and future, and it just keeps between this inertia and the Chetan. The mind keeps on going like it is swabhavi, it is by nature. It does this because of the purva sanskara, because of the past impression, it has that. So we need to do that paurusha, we need to put an effort, continuous effort of this sadhana, seva, satsang, which we are all doing. We are all, because of the grace of the master, we have kept on doing this. It is that purusha, it is that prayatna. One day you will be able to root, you will be able to establish yourself in the Atman. He is giving guarantee. So how do we have to do it? You'll have to do it punha punha, again and again. You'll have to make this mind sthir, means stable. Then you will be, then it will get into practice and it will become the chidaru. No, unless that happens, you will have to continue to keep effort. No? Then he says that this mind, it is completely submerged into this samsara because of the feelings that it is carrying. It has completely get lost into this. So this, with the help of your prayatna, you will have to swabara, is you will have to get this mind out of this universe, this sansara. Then there is no other upaya other than you doing it, other than retrieving your mind out of this sansara. Otherwise, it will keep on entangled. It is like nature is like that. It will keep on entering. It will keep on thinking, and it will keep on thinking, and it will keep on producing those objects also, just to fulfill its expression, to express it. It will keep on thinking. So they say that it is just like if you want to have a king, and if you want to defeat that king, you will have to use the same king. You'll have to have another king to defeat. For the normal person, it will not be able to possible there defeat to king. Similarly, to dissolve this mind, the mind itself has to be used. That is what Vaashishtha Muni is explaining here. Now this says that why it is so difficult for people to come out of this mind. So here Vaashishtha Muni is explaining it is because of that avidya. This entire universe has created so much of illusion, so much of avidya around. People find it very, very difficult to leave it, because they feel that there is a joy, there is a pleasure. Eat gulab jamun, I get a pleasure. I do some sparsha, touch somebody, you get a pleasure. You are so entangled into your own vasana. This avidya and this vasana is the synonym to each other. So what? Getting your mind free from this avidya, getting your mind free from this vasanas, cravings, means what? No, so here the Rama asked, what does it, Vaashishtha Muni, kindly explain me, what does it mean that I have to, all this avidya and this vasanas are dropped out of me? Means what? What is it, that state? No, so whatever this vasana that is getting created in our mind, we have to go ahead and do. Here the word is used is manonasha. Manonasha means actually dissolving your mind, and when that happens, then you will be able to, manonasha or avidya nasha is another same thing. That is what you have to keep on doing. Now he cannot continue that this manonasha and this avidya nasha, that what is it, that it is that because of the tattva sakshi, no vishaya, whatever your mind is attracted towards the outward thing, it causes some samvedna, it causes some vibrations in you. No, when you attain that samvedna, when you attain that state, when all these other things will not create any samveda, any spandan, any vibration in you, you believe that you are able to achieve that state, which is Stita Pragya. So it is being said that the people who have attained this state, neither they feel too much of harsh. Now they're very excited. No, they don't appear to be like that, nor they appear to be very dull, or they appear to be very asamadhani about if what they do not have. They are always established in their own state. That is the Stita Pragya. So they do not feel any distance between the outward and the buyer. Because of the knowledge they are experienced, it is said asamvedna. They are not carried away by us such things. That is exactly what is called as nirvana. So this state of that is called nirvana. So it continues that whatever this mind, because of this mind, when we say that it has to do this vishaya, veda, rupa, samvedna, all these things, it comes when we have to drop that, then we can attain this state. So here he's saying that Rama, it is worth doing it. Then again is that why this vasanas comes, why this avidya comes within us. It is because of, it said it is because of the rajogun. It is because of that rajogun which comes within us. It is because of that rajogun, this avidya and this vasana, this cravings and this attractions, outward attractions, this comes into picture, and this is itself is a second name of your avidya. This vasana means the cravings, that the things that become. And then how do we get rid of it? It is the vivek. It is the power of discrimination, that what is good, what is bad. Because of that viveka rahit jnana purush, it is being said that this avidya they are established in avidya. That is the reason why people find it so difficult to come out of this. So he continues that it is just that consider Rama, consider this entire avidya, these other things, whatever we see, just like that Buddha. No, it is just like that bubbles in the water. You please consider like that, and because of that only train your mind. Train your mind to that this everything, whatever is there, outward world, this is avidya. This is just an Brahma. This is just an illusion, and if you continue to do that, then just like this tree is there, this vriksha is there, and it has all the flowers and all the leaves, and because of that, it is just covering that. Similarly, this avidya of this sanskara, this not sanskara, avidya of this sansara has covered the Atman, and because of that only one is not able to experience, one is not able to drop that. So how to do that? How do I have to go ahead and do that? Here the Rama asked the question, Bhagwan, if this which is in itself is an illusion, and I really wonder how this mithya bhavana, how this avidya, how these external feelings that we see, it is such a wonderful state that how the one which is a fool is get entangled into this. It gets attracted. How he is not able to understand who am I? What is that? It is not this avidya is not able to make us understand, realize who am I? Who am I? What is the purpose? So he is requesting Vashishtha Muni, hey Vashishtha Muni Bhagwan, kindly now tell me how do I get out of this Ganadhat generally avidya, what is means called this sansara? How do I get out of this? How do I make myself understand this is just an illusion, and just like a blind person who considers this avidya, he has made this entire humanity blindfold, is not able to really see. Kindly guide me, how do I get out of it? So here Vashishtha Muni is giving this knowledge, this solution, these sutras that say, instead of thinking like this, that I am not this Brahman, no, I am tied up with, I am in bondage, no, I am Krishna, means I am that which is not good, or I am that which is not powerful. Then I am very sorrowful. Instead of thinking like this, you now start reversing this. Now, with your own Dhrida Sankalpa, now you get into the feelings that I am happy. I am not sorrowful. No, I am not this body. Then I am that Brahman, Atma Surupa. You establish yourself by such thinking, such vichara. I am not just this flesh, just this body. I am not just this. I am that Paramatma. No? So if you do this with continuous your nishchaya, with a dhrida nishchaya, if you are able to do this, then you will be able to see that this avidya, it will become weaker and weaker and weaker. And then once you say that I am not this avidya also, the moment you realize that I am that Atma, I am that Brahman, I am that Shiva, Shivoham, you will see that this avidya also will disappear in no point of time. That is what is Vashishtha Muni said, and it is worth doing this. It is worth establishing ourselves into that Brahman. So that is where the chapter number 33 comes to an end. Tomorrow we'll see the 34 number chapter, which is the end of creation of this universe, Utpatti Prakaran, chapter number 3. Tomorrow is also 58th day. We'll be celebrating our golden jubilee with this end of this chapter, and our journey will continue towards the next chapter, which is chapter number 4, Sthiti Prakaran. So with that note, I'd like to hand over these sessions to all of you. You are welcome to ask any questions if you have. You are welcome to express your learnings. What are your takeaways from today's session? And you will be able to, you can even share your own experience also related to today's session. Over to you all. Jai Gurudev. Unmute option is already kept open. You will be able to unmute yourself and express yourself. We have Jenny with us, Shalakaji with us. Shalakaji, would you like to say a few words?
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. You can start your video.
साक्षी भाव मला थोड़ा सा पढ़ दी. साक्षी भाव क्या होता है? मतलब मैंने पढ़ा है कि
Sakshi Bhav means the one who actually sees. Does our eye see the things? It's just like a camera, right? Who then sees? It is the mind that sees. Then if does really the mind is ultimate, or is that mind which sees everything? So you say that certain level, even the mind also doesn't see. It is that self. That is what is experiencing all these things. So when we say that I am established into the self, then whatever happens in front of me, I do not have any likings towards it or any dislike towards it. Neither is that I want something in my life, neither do I reject thing. Whatever is happening, I'm just in the witness. I'm established in that ultimate observer. So I become ultimate observer. Neither I get affected, neither I become too happy, neither I get too excited, neither I become very sorrowful.
But
Neither
how?
of
It's difficult.
Yes, it is difficult, and because of why it is difficult, even the Rama also asked the same question, why it is so difficult for us to experience that. He said it is because of the vasanas, it is because of the avidya of this sanskara. It has entangled you so much, so many probably lifetimes or so many things continuously associated with this sansara only. It appears to so difficult to just get into that thing, which is I am just observer. I'm just the ultimate observer. I do not want to get entangled into all these things. But here, Vaashishtha Muniji is giving us a promise that if you follow these things, you will be able to ultimately establish yourself into the ultimate observer. And that promise is given by our master also. So our thing is to have a faith, kuch jaan ke chalo, kuch maan ke chalo. If the master has, Guru Vachan is there, Vaashishtha Muni have said, it is the Vachan, they will give us a promise. Our faith, our having a gratitude towards our master and towards this knowledge is what we can do. We can just get into the bhakti. Oh, they have said it, okay, it must be true, let's follow that. That is what we can do. Continue to follow. One fine day, when the time comes, anyway, they will make us move fast. But yes, this today's session does tell us that because of that avidya, it appears to be so difficult.
Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Anyone else, would you like to express yourself? What are your takeaways from today's session? Shalakaji, you can express what are your takeaways from today's session. What is it that we saw?
मेरा थोड़ा सा गैप हो गया है 2-4 दिन से गणेश उत्सव की वजह से, तो आई एम नॉट इनटू इट.
No worries, no problem. Any else wants to express themselves? Bhosle sir, Rita madam, Savita ji, would you like to say a few words? What are your takeaways for today? You can express that. Dr. Rita, would you like to say something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gurudev, today's session was very good, very nice and informative. And that you told that if we outside, जो संसारा है उसमें जाने से हमें अविद्या ही हमें लेके जाती है. जब अविद्या का नाश होता है तभी हम सेंटर की तरफ आते हैं और हम इक्वेनिमस बन जाते हैं, सम बन जाते हैं. ये सबको विटनेस की तरह देखते हैं. दैट इज द थिंग वी संसारा को पार करके जाते हैं हम. That is the thing. That is. Thank you very much.
Yes, very nicely summarized by Dr. Rita. Thank you so much. ठीक है, फिर आज का यह सत्संग ओपन करते हैं. हाँ, Dr. Rita, would you like to say something?
Yes, sir. I will like to add something that Guruji told that in Art of Living that I am here for last 14 years. This moment is very precious, and this moment is not linear. It is very deep, and it is very divine, and we should honor it. We should thank to the God this He has given it this moment to us. And that the 3 things are very important in life. 3 चीजें बड़ी ही दुर्लभ हैं. नंबर 1 इंसान का जीवन मिलना, नंबर 2 अध्यात्म की तरफ बढ़ना. आत्म का मतलब मैं कौन हूँ, क्या मैं मन हूँ, बुद्धि हूँ, क्या मैं मन हूँ, बुद्धि हूँ, चित्त हूँ? नहीं, मैं एक आत्मा हूँ. इस जन्म का मेरा चोला है, कॉस्ट्यूम है. नंबर 3 सदगुरु का मिलना. नन्नू को भी किसमें करियो छीनो. नंबर 3 सदगुरु का मिलना. और 4 टाइप की आसक्तियां हैं जिसमें हम सारी जिंदगी निकाल देते हैं. सारे के सभी लोकेशना, वितेशना, जीवेशना, पुत्रेशना. एंड दैट इज द चिनू तू थँक यू व्हेरी मच. जय गुरुदेव.
थँक्यू सो मच डॉक्टर रीताजी. थँक्स फॉर शेअरिंग. भोसले सर, तुम्हाला काही सांगायचं आहे, काही बोलायचं आहे?
थैंक यू वेरी मच सर.
ओके. तो आज का ये सत्र हम लोग यहीं पे समापन करते हैं. पुनः एक बार कल मिलने के लिए. जय गुरुदेव.
जय गुरु.